Throughout my tiny little life, just like any other human being, I have started working on different things, taken up different projects, stuffs that I jumped right in without any proper planning because I was overly enthusiastic, or maybe I had genuine interest in a concept that popped into my head a minute ago. As a result, soon I hit a dead end or I lost interest. Generally, I scrap the whole project and delete all the files in such situation, but I thought, how about I give you guys a tour of those that still remains by making a new series in this channel before I get rid of them for good. Today, what I have in the bin is a game I started developing long ago named Lost. It was meant to be a short horror psychological thriller with elements of suspense and mystery. The development started back in the early days of the pandemic in 2020, right after I released Aspects 3.0 update. I remember working day and night on this, experimenting with different color palettes and trying to get the vibes right. I stayed awake all night making these corridors, painting the textures, trying to give it the worn out, rusty old feel. Those walls were hand painted, by the way, including the water leakage marks, dents, or any other imperfection. All the walls and the doors are actually small modular pieces made back in Autodesk's 3D Studio Max and assembled together here in UE4. The curtains were structured and simulated in 3ds Max as well and later imported as a mesh, thus it doesn't naturally react as a cloth, but it looks okay from far away. The rooms are empty because that's how far I went before losing interest in this. Those were supposed to be filled with furnitures, decors, and key game items. Speaking of key items, originally I had plans to have different pieces of letters and notes lying around in different drawers or other hidden places, which when read would slowly unveil the story to the player. Unknowingly, the player would be forced to go through a specific sequence of rooms as he would have to find the keys to the next door. The system for which was already implemented by me, but the UI was never completed. This would hint the player with the different puzzle pieces of the story, and when the player reaches the final room upstairs, the final puzzle piece will be unveiled with a shocking twist. Now, the job of the storytelling is not only done by notes or letters, but also the environment. I made several different pictures holders to be placed on the wall that, along with many other stuffs, would shower the player with environmental storytelling, providing an experience like no other. I never had a clear plan of how I wanted the whole map to be. That is, I didn't plan the layout of the house and just went with my gut feelings while making it, but fortunately it came out to be pretty good. The stair you're seeing right now was a temporary draft one placed there until it is replaced by the final one in the future, but it never happened. Let's go upstairs. Here the rooms are not that empty because I had plans to keep all the furniture inside covered with white clothes, since the couple who moved here didn't get much time to unwrap and decorate these rooms upstairs with all these old belongings of the original owner. Thus it was easy to fake. I did some simple cloth simulations in 3ds Max and brought them here. Apart from that, I put different stuffs in between to cover up the gaps and make it seem more packed. I even bought in a piano which was developed back in Max, placed some chairs near and some dusty old wooden textures on it, and it was good to go. Honestly, I could talk the whole day on how I created a whole new weather system to enable lightning flashes to enter through the window simultaneously in any specific direction, or how I spent days trying to make a realistic looking glass texture for the window pane. But let's not just talk about the model of the ghost woman in white dress that I made and bought in, who would linger around the corridors and let the player know about her presence without ever completely showing herself. It was in fact an ambitious project. I had so much planned, but I bit off too much than I can chew. As a result, I couldn't keep up and lost interest. No matter how much you try to motivate yourself, there's always a limit to everything. Anyway, enough talking, let me roll the cinematic concept video that I made. And that's it. Was a fun journey, but I'm going to delete all the files now. Go check out Aspect, the previous game I developed. It's a FPS endless runner. Link in the description. So that's enough game development for today. Subscribe if you want more cool stuffs like this. And goodbye. See you guys next time.